happening? It's Courtney, of course. Welcome back to the third episode of the Christmas Chronicles series. Today I'm gonna be making dinner. It's currently 5:50. I'm kind of getting a late start for real than what I usually like to do, but we just woke up from a nap, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm getting a late start, and so I'm just gonna show y'all what we're having for dinner today. I'm doing chicken thighs, green beans, and mashed potatoes. Now let me tell y'all something. My mama taught me how to cook from scratch. My mama cooked from scratch. She taught me how to cook from scratch. I didn't know nothing about no instant potatoes until I met my husband, and he's like, oh, get the instant, get the instant. And I am like, what in the powder factory making junk is this? This ain't no mashed potatoes. This ain't, what is this? But over the years, I've grown to really like it, and it be really, really helpful, especially when I end up having a baby, because like I really don't have a lot of time to wash the potatoes, cut the potatoes, boil the potatoes, mash the potatoes, like all of that. I don't really have a lot of time for it no more, so we're just going instant tonight. So yeah, so let's get straight into the video. All right, so for my seasonings, I'm gonna be using Tony's Creole. I use this seasoning on every single thing I make. Garlic powder, onion powder. This is a new seasoning. It's Sunshine's by Tabitha Brown. It's all-purpose seasoning. It's garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango. Sorry. I be liking to use this too because it give it a nice little flavor too. Oh, bless you. Lemon pepper, and then when I'm baking something, like if I'm baking chicken or whatever the case is, Worcestershire sauce, always. Okay. So let me show you my meat. Don't mind that side. So I have my chicken already washed, cleaned, and prepped. I already cleaned out my sink, and so I'm gonna go in with my first seasoning, which is this one. Season that up real good. And I always put enough because I don't do front and back. I do not do front and back. So I always put enough to cover front and back. Yeah, babe. Yeah, my mama always said, if you are not sneezing, then baby, you ain't seasoning. So keep that in mind whenever you are seasoning anything. You better be sneezing, or else you ain't put enough seasoning on it. Okay, I just mixing around like so. And then my hands is nasty, so I really can't show you. Yeah, baby. Then I go in with my Worcestershire sauce and sauce it up. That gives it an extremely good flavor. If you've never tried that or had that on your baked meat, you need to try it. It is really good. So let's get these bad boys in a dish. Okay, so while I'm doing my chicken, I really wanted to come on here and talk to y'all for a minute. So y'all know that, well, if you don't know, I did some reviews on a couple birth controls that I have been on since my pregnancy. In 2021, I was on 2 patches and the Lorena. And I made a review, and I never do a review unless I've been using it for at least a month. So that's when I did my review on those birth controls. I hope y'all can see me good. I had to get in where y'all can fit in. What, babe? Oh, I never do my reviews unless I've been taking it or on it for at least a month. So that's what I did. So as you can tell by the title, I am no longer on no birth control at all. When he calls my name like that, y'all, it completely like distracts me from everything I'm doing, everything I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm no longer on birth control at all. I decided to get off of it. Me and my husband both actually decided it was time for me to stop taking it, because for so long after I started taking it, I was extremely moody, extremely tired, literally 0 to none. Well, that means the same thing, but no sex drive at all. And my biggest issue was that my breasts would be extremely sore 95% of the time. And so that within itself made me extremely grumpy. You know, I have a 1-year-old crawling all over me, using me as a trampoline, as a jungle gym, and I would just be in pain all the time because my breasts would be just super sore. And I just honestly just got tired of the side effects of it, to be honest. I feel like, especially with me being married, I feel like, I don't know, Courtney, if not getting pregnant is more important to you, there are a billion other, not a billion, but there are contraceptives for no pregnancy. You know, you could, you know, do the plan B. You could do condoms. You could, just like other things you could do to not get pregnant, if that's really just the only reason why you're on it. There are other things you could do, Courtney. So me and my husband, we just had a conversation, and we just decided that we're gonna get off the birth control, and we've just kind of finally came to a place mutually that if I was to get pregnant right now, then we're okay with it. We are okay financially, we are okay mentally, physically, emotionally. My baby, he'll be 2 in 2 weeks. So maybe by the time I get pregnant, he'll be 3, maybe 4. We don't know how long it's gonna take, because we're not trying. So that means you're not gonna be shooting the club up every time we do something. That's not gonna happen. But we all knows when you're not using completely like when you're not doing anything to prevent it, eventually it'll happen if the Lord say the same. Let me wash my hands real quick. Eventually it'll happen if it's meant to happen. And me and my husband, we just became okay with it. Like, we're okay with it if it happens. So no birth controls. We're not purposely trying to have a baby right now. So yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that and update y'all. If y'all have not went to see my birth controls reviews, go back and watch those, because in the beginning they were really good, especially the patch. I love the patch. In the beginning, I actually didn't even have any issues on the patch, maybe because I didn't stay on there long enough to even really see. It was those pills that I really had issues with long term. So if you have not watched those videos, go watch those videos. Now let's get back to this cooking. So I have them in my dish like so. And then I like to add a little bit of moisture when I'm baking, just so it don't dry out for real. I usually do chicken broth. I don't have none, so we're just gonna do water. And when you add your water, you don't need a lot, because it makes its own juice and liquid. So you really don't use a lot. Usually I cut up onion and bell pepper, and I always put basil on top of my chicken thighs as well, because it's super pretty. It makes the crust super good, but I ain't got that either. So we just doing it like this, super quick, because it's already 6 o'clock. My man gonna be home at any moment now, so I gotta go ahead and get this in the oven. I put, did y'all see that TikTok where they said that the dull side was for cold and then the glossy side was for hot? I could be giving all the tea always. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover this up like that, and then I'm going to pop her in the oven. And I'm gonna come back on here whenever I'm doing my sides, because I like to let my chicken and stuff bake for at least 2 hours. So we'll be back when the chicken's almost done and I'm doing these sides, because these sides are not gonna take long at all. Y'all know these potatoes, all you do is add hot water, and then these green beans, season them up real good, butter them down, and let them boil. That's not gonna take long at all. So I'll be back to y'all when it's time to do that, okay? Okay, so the rest of this video is going to be me doing a voiceover because I got on the phone and start talking on the phone. So I took my meat out of the oven, took the foil off about an hour later, and then I'm just going to add some Worcestershire sauce for color and a little bit of more flavor and put it back in the oven. Then I started my green beans. I added some butter. I got my water boiling on the side. I like to use Lipton's onion seasoning for my green beans. It is so good. Y'all gotta try it if you haven't. My chicken in the oven is almost done. Then I'm gonna start my mashed potatoes. All you doing is adding the powder and then adding the boiling hot water to it. So after adding the water, I add my butter and then I add evaporated milk to make it a little bit more creamy and soft. And then I just added salt, pepper, and parsley to garnish it. As you can see, this is how it came out. This is how my chicken came out. Super nice and crispy. As you can see, the water is still boiling. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.